Good morning, my dear children. Today I am here to teach you Biology, Unit 17, Animal Kingdom. So, this lesson is going to be very interesting for you and also informative. So, please pay attention in listening to this class. Students, biology is about learning about all the animals, isn't it? There are varieties of animals present in this world. Nearly 1.5 million species of organisms which have been described are different from one another. All the organisms are not alike, isn't it? All are different from each other. See, every organism is exhibiting variation in their appearance or structure, that is internal structure, behavior, mode of living, etc. So these differences among the living organisms can be studied in effective way by arranging the animals in orderly and systematic manner. If these organisms are arranged in a systematic manner, it would be easy for us to understand and learn. Otherwise, definitely it would be difficult. So, without having any trouble, you can learn about these organisms by suitable method of classification. So this classification of the different varieties of organisms is really helpful for you to know about the living organisms. So what is classification? The method of arranging organism into groups on basis of similarities and differences is called classification. So you can differentiate the organisms from each other, or else you can identify the similarities among the organisms. Based on that, the classification is made. Okay, and then let's see about the scientist who gave a clear-cut idea about this classification. Can you see the scientist? Yeah, he is Carolus Linnaeus. What did he do? He distinguished two kingdoms of living organisms. They are plants and animals. He differentiated all the living organisms into two categories. One is plant and other one is animal. So that's what we say, it is plantae and animalia. So this distinction was given by Carolus Linnaeus. In his Systema Naturae, first published in 1735. Animalia for animals and plantae for plants. He classified all living organisms into two kingdoms. How? On the basis of nutrition and locomotion. He classified based on the nutrition and locomotion. What is nutrition? Yes, the food, how it intake. It's different from plant, isn't it? So animals intake the food. Plants prepare the food by the process of photosynthesis. Likewise, locomotion. Plantae will never move from its place. It is fixed in a place. Only parts of it can just have a slight movement, but if you take animals, it move from place to place. So based on the locomotion and nutrition, he classified all the living organisms into two categories. Next, five kingdom classification was given later on by R.H. Whittaker. In the year of 1967, he is a scientist. R.H. full form Robert Harding Whittaker. He proposed an elaborate five kingdom classification. So earlier we saw Carolus Linnaeus gave two kingdom classification, that is plant and animals, and later on this Whittaker proposed five kingdom classification. What are the five kingdoms? Monera, Protista, Fungi, Plantae and Animalia. So you can notice the picture. So here what are the five groups? Plantae, Fungi, Animalia, Protista and Monera. Okay, Protista, Monera, and earlier you have learned in the classes, lower classes, that is Monera, microorganisms like bacteria. Protista example, amoeba. Of course, you know Plantae, plant, fungi, mushroom picture, mushroom, varieties of mushrooms are coming under fungi. Likewise, animalia, you know that, all kind of animals. So these groups are formed based on cell structure, mode of nutrition, body organization as well as reproduction. So this five kingdom classification was given by R.H. Whittaker. What are the five kingdoms? Monera, Protista, Fungi, Plantae and Animalia. They are grouped based on the structure of cell, mode of nutrition. Mode of nutrition means intake of food, body organization, how the body is structured, that is body organization, as well as reproduction, that is reproduction, giving birth to the young one, the way how the reproduction takes place. Based on all this, five kingdom classification was given by R.H. Whittaker. And next, how the classification is made for all the living organisms. All the living organisms are classified into groups based on very basic shared characteristics. What is that basic characteristic? That is, organisms within each group are then further divided into smaller groups. All the organisms are further divided into smaller groups. The classification of all the living things includes 7 levels. How many levels? Very important 2-mark question. There are 7 levels of organisms. What are the 7 levels of organism? Kingdom, phylum, classes, order, family, genus and species. These are the 7 levels of the classification. So often they used to ask this question in 2-mark. What are the 7 levels? You cannot change the order also. It should be written in right order. First comes kingdom, then phylum, classes, order, families, genus and species. So here you can see the structure, pyramid structure which I have given for you. This is what we say it is hierarchy. So based, I told you, no, their arrangement shouldn't be changed. It should be in right order. Let's see, right side it's listed out. First one, species, genus, family, order, class, phylum, kingdom. Okay, species is the smallest group. Okay, lowest taxonomic category we can say. For example, how to say, you see in the left side, just compare and learn. Okay, so if you take here, instead of species, if you take a student, a single student, if you take, that is a very small category, isn't it? Okay, next coming to genus. Genus is what? Little bit bigger. You can compare it with the group. A student is there in a group. For example, in a classroom there may be yellow group, a green group. Likewise, groupism is done among the students, isn't it? So that student is there in any one of the group, either yellow or green. Likewise, so it's coming to the bigger category. And next comes what? Family, if you take that group will be inside a classroom, isn't it? So class. And next to that, order means that class is there inside the school. So school is, even when you compare with the class, school is bigger, so inside the school only there will be a class. And next coming to the class. That is, the school is present in which city, and next in the city is present in which state, and the state is present in which country. So country comes to the largest part. So like, if you compare and learn, it will be easy, right? Just for example I gave this, right? So let's come to the main hierarchy part, taxonomic hierarchy. First, smallest group is what? Species. Then next comes what? Genus. And next comes what? Family. Family means a group of genera, so which is having a common characteristic. For example, if you take leopard, tiger, cat, all resemble the same, isn't it? All are seem to be alike, isn't it? The cat and tiger and all, they are seem to be alike, but are they same? Not at all. They all belong to a cat family, right? Likewise, if you next one, if you take order, see, the common characteristics of the animals are placed in the same order. For example, if you take monkey, apes, man, do they all belong to the same family? Yes, no, not at all. They are belonging to different families, but all are coming under the same order of primates. So primates we say, isn't it? Monkey, apes, man, all are coming under same, even though they are different family, they are coming under the same order. Can you follow, children? Next, if you take class, similar orders together form a class. How to say? For example, if you take a rabbit, rat, bat, whales, a chimpanzee, and or human, they are all coming under, they all share some common features. Okay, some common feature in a sense, if you take the same kind of, all these organisms are having skin, and also all these organisms are having a mammary gland. Mammary gland in the sense, giving milk to the young one. So rabbit, rat, bat, whale, all these category are not coming under the same family, same order. Even then, some characteristic or presence of some characteristics are same. That's what I told you. Mammary gland is present for these kind of organisms. So under that category, they are all put in same class. Okay. Likewise, next comes what? Phylum. So phylum is what? Classes which are related to one another constitute the phylum. For example, the class of different animals like mammals, birds, reptiles, frog, fishes, all are coming under same phylum. How? They are all having a backbone. So all these animals, whichever is having backbone, are all coming under phylum. So based on the presence of chordata or backbone, you can put all these organisms under same category, phylum. And next, last one is what? Kingdom. This is the highest category. It is largest division of the microorganism. How you can classify whether it is a plant or animal? So based on that, you can classify the kingdom. So this is the hierarchy, children. So most of the time it will be asked for 2-mark question. Okay. So what are the 7 levels of organization, or 7 levels of classification of living thing? If it is asked, so you should write it in a right order from top to bottom. That is kingdom, phylum, class, order, family, genus and species. Okay, next, basis for classification. We can divide the animal kingdom based on this following. What are they? Level of organization, body symmetry, germ layer and nature of coelom. I'll explain you in the following slide, right? See, these terms you should remember well. It will be asked for 2-mark question. So animal kingdom is based on level of organization, body symmetry, germ layer and nature of coelom. Wait, children, I'll explain you in the following slide. And the animals are grouped as unicellular as well as multicellular. Is it so? So unicellular means having single cell. or multicellular means many cells are more than one cell is present, means that is coming under multicellular. So this level of organization under this category, all the animals are grouped as unicellular or multicellular. How? Based on level of organization, or cellular level of organization, tissue level of organization, organ level of organization, or organ system level of organization. There are 4 organizations. Let me explain you clearly. Cellular level of organization means whether it is unicellular or multicellular. So most of the organisms are coming under what? Multicellular organisms only. So here under cellular level of organization, there is no coordination between the cells. It means what? Each cell undergoes their own functions. For example, digestion or breathing, whatever. Even if you take a single cell, each cell undergoes their own properties, or digestive property or respirative property will be done by each and every cells. So there is no coordination among the cells. For example, see the first picture, sponges. That is coming under cellular level of organization. And next, if you take the tissue level of organization, this also comes under multicellular organism. Already I told you, multicellular means many number of cells are present. Here coordination is there among the cells. So the cells will combine together, and the coordination is among the cells and undergo the processes, normal metabolic processes, right? Digestion or respiration, whatever the cells will coordinate among themselves, or help each other together. Tissue means normally we say group of cells constitute the tissue, isn't it? Group of cells combine and undergo the process. So that is, for that example, Hydra. And next one is what? Organ level of organization. So each organ undergoes, that is a group of tissues coordinate each other and process various functions in the body. Okay, organ level of organization. It comes in a multicellular organism, and coordination is there among the tissues. Okay, each organ we can take as an example. Organ system level of organization means it is also coming under multicellular organism only. There is a coordination between the organs. Many organs will combine together and form the functions or do the functions. For example, if you take digestion processes means what to say, mouth, esophagus, and then what, stomach, and till the anus. You take many organs are coming here, and all the organs are working together, and thereby digestion is taking place, isn't it? That's what we say organ system level of, or many organ systems are undergoing. Many organs systems are undergoing, and a single process is done. So these are based on this only the classification is done. That is all the levels of organization are explained for you now. So what are the levels of organization? Cellular, that means each single cell undergoes a process. Then tissue level of organization means group of cells constitute the and functions. And then organ level of means organ level of organization means each organ takes part in the functions of the body. And then organ system level of organization means many organs combine together and the process is done. Normal functions of the body is done, right? So these are all coming under levels of organization. This is what I explained you now, level of organization. What are the 4 levels of organization? Cellular, tissue, organ level, and organ system level of organization. And next, children, we'll see about the symmetry. Symmetry, important 2 mark question again. Symmetry. What is symmetry? It's a arrangement of body parts. So there are 2 types of symmetry, children. Very important to be noted. There are 2 types of symmetry, bilateral symmetry and radial symmetry. The word bi denotes what? 2. Okay, so bilateral symmetry means the body part can be it is arranged along the central axis. You can see the picture, children. In the bilateral symmetry, the body parts are arranged along the central axis. If the animal is cut through the central axis, we get two identical half. If a body part is cut into two identical equal parts can be got. That is called bilateral symmetry. These kind of organisms all come under bilateral symmetry. See, many insects are noted for you, frog, even human being come under this category only. Okay, so these organisms constitute the bilateral symmetry. And next type of symmetry is what? Radial symmetry. In radial symmetry, the body parts are arranged around the central axis. If the animal is cut through the central axis in any direction, see, previously for bilateral symmetry, what did I tell you? If it is cut through the central axis, exactly in the central axis, that means equal to half. Equal to half. Okay, the both will be identical. But here, if it is cut through the central axis in any direction, you will get similar half. It can be divided into similar half. Each part will be identical to the other part. For example, hydra or starfish. So this is what we say, it is radial symmetry. So what are the two types of symmetry? Bilateral symmetry and radial symmetry. Okay, and next important thing, germ layer. Okay, these germ layers are formed during the development of the embryo, during the embryo development. Okay, embryo is what? The growth of egg, we can say. Growth of egg in the womb. That's what we say it as embryo. So germ layers are formed during the development of embryo, important one word. So here if you take, there are two types coming under the germ layer. What are they? Diploblastic and triploblastic. Diploblastic means what? Only two layers. That represents what? Two. So two layers only will be present. What are they? Ectoderm and endoderm. See the first picture, only two layers are there. So ectoderm and endoderm are present, means that is diploblastic. And see the second picture, triploblastic. Tri means what? Three. Ectoderm, endoderm and mesoderm. Three layers. Remember children, ectoderm, endoderm and mesoderm. Three layers or three colors are there. Can you notice? So if the three layers are present, three different kinds of cells are there. Inner endoderm. Okay, in between mesoderm, outermost ectoderm. So three layers are present, means that is triploblastic. So based on the presence of the germ layers, it is classified into diploblastic and triploblastic. Right, next you should know very well about the coelom. These terms all you should remember: coelom, triploblastic, diploblastic. Okay, these terms will be followed in the following classes, so you should know what is the meaning of these words. So coelom means what? It's a fluid filled body cavity. So body cavity means what? Open space. In the open space, if there is fluid present, that is called as coelom. Can you follow children? Based on the presence or nature of the coelom, animals are classified into three groups. Three groups are there. What are they? Acoelomate, pseudocoelomate and eucoelomate. What are the three kinds of coelom? Three kinds of animals. So three animals are divided into three groups, not three kinds of animals. In the animals can be classified into three groups based on the presence of coelom. Coelom means what? Fluid filled body cavity. So what are three types? Acoelomate, pseudocoelomate and eucoelomate. See the first picture children. Acoelomate. Acoelomate means it is not having, A represents what? Absence. Right? So there is no any body cavity. There is no body cavity. Example, tapeworm. Okay, tapeworm. So this worm doesn't have any cavity inside the body. So there is no cavity. and so there is no fluid filled area, so that is coming under acoelomate. Next picture you see, second picture, pseudocoelomate. Pseudo, the word pseudo represents false. It is not having any it is having body cavity, but that is false because there is no coelom present, so false body cavity. Example, roundworm. Third picture you see, eucoelomate. It is having true coelom, so that is eucoelomate. Eucoelomate means what? Three layers are present along with the coelom. Coelom is present inside. You can note in the picture, outer ectoderm, inner pink color part is mesoderm, innermost part is endoderm. In between that you can see the white color area, that is coelom, where the fluid is filled. Example, earthworm, frog, all that comes under eucoelomate, or even we come under this eucoelomate only. Can you understand, children? So animals are categorized based on the presence of coelom. A represents absence, no coelom, no body cavity. The next is what? Pseudocoelomate. Pseudo means, remember, false. So the body cavity is present, but that is not the true one, that is false. Then last one is eucoelomate. It is having true coelom. So this is about the coelom. And next we'll see about the nomenclature. This was given by Carolus Linnaeus. Already we saw about this Carolus Linnaeus, isn't it? He only classified the living organisms into plant and animals, isn't it? Also he gave the method of naming the animals with two names. What are the two names? With the two names known as binomial nomenclature. So here two names are given for each category of the animals. So two names. In the first name is called genus. Okay, and then second one is called species. So two names are there. First name is genus, second name is species. Okay, always the first name should be written with the caps. First letter of the genus, it should be written in capitals, capital letter, and the second one, species, should be denoted in small letter. Okay, for example, if you take amoeba is a common name, amoeba. Binomial name is what? Amoeba proteus. Okay, hydra, if you say hydra, common name is hydra. Binomial name is what? Hydra vulgaris. Likewise, a binomial name is given for all the organisms. Okay, it was given by whom? Carolus Linnaeus. If you take man, Homo sapiens. All of you know, isn't it? Man, scientific name or binomial name is Homo sapiens. Likewise, the naming is given. Binomial nomenclature is given by Carolus Linnaeus. The first word is what? The first name is what? Genus. Second name is what? Species. So you should know about this, children. So only few names are listed out in your textbook, but all the organisms have got the binomial name. So who gave this? Carolus Linnaeus. So in today's class, children, we have discussed about the types of classification, how the classification is made, who gave this classification, and what are the basis for the classification, and as well as we have known something more about this coelom, right? So children, go through your text, just understand everything and utilize it and recall all the points whatever I said. If you get any doubt, you can clarify it with me, children. In the next class, we are going to discuss about vertebrates as well as invertebrates. Vertebrates means what? The organisms whichever is having the backbone are coming under vertebrate, and the organisms which don't have the backbone are called as invertebrates. So let's discuss about that in the next class in detail. Thank you.